Operation Guide 5. Crowd Benchmark. The 3 test items on the contour page and all items on the youth page include a crowd benchmark tab. The comparison scope for crowd benchmark is a group of users from the same country, the same gender, and within 5 years of age difference. The third tab below the data card is the crowd benchmark. The first part of the crowd benchmark is the statistical distribution. The x-axis shows the highest to lowest values for this item among everyone in the group. Each bar represents the number of people within that value range, shown as a percentage of the total sample size. All ranges add up to 100%. The small text at the top left is the user's current value, marked on the distribution chart with a green bar and an inverted triangle. The percentage at the top of the bar is the proportion of people whose value falls within the same range as the users. The percentage in the top left corner represents the sum of people whose values are lower than the users, i.e., how many people the user's value exceeds. It also shows the average for that age group, along with the highest and lowest values. Using this chart as an example, the user's marionette line z-depth is slightly lower than all values in the comparison group. The sample size is shown in the bottom left corner. As the number of people participating in the statistics increases and reaches the set threshold, the value updates automatically. The last row shows the last update time of the sample statistics, indicating that the crowd benchmark runs continuously in real time and is not static data. The larger the sample size, the more reference value the data has. All users within the statistical group are counted using data from the past 6 months. Every time a user takes a photo, they can view the corresponding crowd benchmark statistical distribution. For example, the first photo taken when creating the basic measurement for the first time each month will show the data distribution for the apple cheeks, nasolabial folds, and other items within the same age and gender group. The second part of the crowd benchmark is the rate of change. Calculating the rate requires first accumulating the set number of months. Before reaching the threshold, current progress is shown as a fraction. The numerator is the number of months that have met the condition, and the denominator is the month threshold set for that item. The orange text displays the user's current rate value, while the orange bar indicates the proportion of people in the same rate range as the user. It also shows the average rate for that age group, along with the rate where the highest and lowest number of people fall. Using this chart as an example, the user's rate of change is the same as most people in the group. The rate of change is a calculation result over a period of time. Compared to the statistical distribution of a single value, it requires more factors to be considered. Points to note. 1. The statistical time period differs by item. Different test items require different lengths of time to observe the rate of change. For example, the youth item changes more slowly, so in theory it requires more months of observation than the contour item, which changes faster. The number of months set for each item's rate of change statistics is shown in the denominator position within the parentheses at the bottom of the data card. 2 months that qualify for rate calculation. The number of photos uploaded each month must reach the minimum threshold for that month to be included in the rate statistics, and the status is indicated by a rate symbol. When the number of photos in a month is below the threshold, the rate symbol is shown in a faded style. When it reaches or exceeds the threshold, the rate symbol is shown normally. 3. Qualifying months must be consecutive. The months used to calculate the rate, counted backward, must consecutively meet the threshold. As soon as a month fails to meet the threshold, the accumulation stops. Using apple cheeks as an example, with an observation period set to 12 months and a minimum of 3 photos per month, if months 1 to 6 all met the threshold. Month 7 had only 1 photo, and months 8 to 10 all met the threshold. With the current month being month 10, the system only counts the 3 consecutive months that met the threshold, and the card displays 3/12 at the bottom, since it is not possible to retroactively take photos for past dates. It is recommended to reach the minimum number of photos each month in. Order to continue seeing the rate of change comparison with users in the same group. The value of the crowd benchmark lies in giving every one of your measurements a real-time reference point from people of the same age and gender, not an isolated, abstract number.